Welcome to QC Event School's Corporate Event Planning course. I'm joined today by Alyssa Perna, who is an award-winning event leader in the corporate event planning industry with over a decade of experience. Alyssa, you plan over 30 events per year, so I'm sure you've got your hands quite full. Can you tell us a little bit about your background, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started out. I always was a social sort of event planner. I was planning parties in preschool that my mom would have to tell the parents that she did this and it wasn't a real thing. So it was just natural for me to sort of go into event planning from there. So my experience includes a bunch of event planning internships. I worked with hospitals. I worked with entertainment companies who did movie pre-screenings. I worked with an international event planner who put on huge events, from anything that had to do with pro sports down to celebrations for city celebrations for centennials. And from there, I worked at a local museum. I worked at the Cleveland Science Center, and I did all of their events, from booking the venue down to executing their events and doing the billing, as well as doing their own internal events for the public. And finally, what I do now is plan technical conferences. That's what you mentioned. I do about 25 or 30 of those a year. We do them in North and South America. And anything from logistics to content development, I kind of have my hand in it all.
Excellent. So first off, what is corporate event planning? How does it differ from other kinds of event planning?
That's a great question. So corporate event planning really is when companies or organizations need an event planner to sort of plan their events, maybe their meetings, their activities for employees and for clients. So corporate event planners, they coordinate everything from logistics to booking the venue. They plan all the details. They may even do things from handling the budget and helping to develop a marketing plan and color schemes. So you might have your hand in a lot of different things as a corporate event planner, just depending on the job.
It's quite a wide world of responsibilities.
It is, yes.
So what kind of types of events do event planners work on? Corporate event planners?
Yes, corporate event planners. So it could be a wide range of what a corporate event planner might be doing. So a corporate event planner might be putting on trade shows or conferences. A corporate event planner could be working at a company and putting on holiday parties or social outings for employees, staff appreciation events. We could also be putting on team building activities for the company you work for. You might be doing executive retreats. You could be doing board meetings or internal functions, putting on those kind of events, product launches. You could be doing press conferences. And maybe if you're working for a nonprofit, you're developing their sort of annual event or meeting as well.
So what are some primary responsibilities when you're in this industry?
Yeah, so it really is going to depend on sort of your job role, your job function, and or what your client or your customer expects out of you as a corporate event planner. So maybe you're hired just to execute the logistics and coordinating, the name tags, making sure that you're working with the catering staff to deliver good food, quality food on time, et cetera. But you could go as far as having to plan the whole gamut, from maybe developing all the content that goes on the web down to developing a marketing plan and talking about marketing schemes for your event and how you're going to get people in the door and sort of sell the event. So you could be doing a wide range of everything that touches an event depending on your role.
So what are some of the basic steps to a corporate event planning project?
Yeah, basic steps. So I think depending on every event and what you're trying to do with that event, the first step is you want to have a meeting with your customer or the team that you're working with. So if let's say you're working at a corporation and they come to you and they say, hey, we want to hold a conference that's going to sort of sell our piece of software to these people and keep them coming back. So you have that very broad, basic sort of concept, and you need to be the one to go back and think about what does that mean to you? And then more importantly, once you sort of have an idea of what you think that might look like, having a meeting with your customer and making sure that sort of what you envision as their concept for the event also matches what you have envisioned as well. So having those meetings and making sure it's clear at the forefront of your event is probably the first most important step. Getting it down on paper and in writing, and making sure that your client is in agreement with you as to what you think their concept is.
So communication with your client is always going to be key at any stage of the process.
Absolutely.
Well, it's a wide world of opportunities, and I can't wait to learn all about it, so let's get started.
I'm so excited.